What is up, my dogs? Alright, so this is gonna be a bit of a different video. We're currently like top 100. Basically, I'm going to be really trying to dive into my thought process while playing these games. Just really trying to explain every play, why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, how it's gonna, affect the rest of the game. Hopefully it helps, if you guys are trying to, really get a bit of a deeper understanding to playing Hog Earthquake. But yeah, here in the first game against this big deck, I mean, so far, the start was pretty normal. I'm gonna Mighty here. Just gotta do something for the Dark Goblin, obviously. I think there's anything fancy that he's gonna Rascals there. I can just Fire because it's gonna provide some field control. I could have Cannon, but I really want to save my Cannon for the Skelly Barrel in this matchup, especially for when he's gonna have the Evo Skelly Barrel. You really wanna try to defend that with a Cannon. Like you can defend the normal Skelly Barrel with like I don't know, like a Bar Barrel, maybe even like a Knee Spear, right? You're gonna take like some damage. But when it comes to the Evo, it's really important that you save your cannon. You're probably usually gonna get to the Evo. Alright, that's cool, Princess the Bridge. I'm gonna Hawk here, just because I already have a Pekka. He's gonna just activate King Tower, otherwise, might as well apply some pressure. Let's go for the Barbs. But yeah, as I was saying, usually you're gonna be like synced with their Evo barrels. With your Evo cannon, so I mean, it doesn't really like matter that much. It's just something that's gonna happen. I can E-Spear here, just provide some further protection. He's gonna go for a Dargon, which hopefully dies. Which alright, he does get a King Tower, but I mean, we killed the Dargon. In this matchup, it's really just important that you don't really lose your whole tower in single, because it's really like it's like a decent matchup against like most bait decks. You see here, I just have the Evo Cannon here. But yeah, against bait, it's really I just prefer like defending in single instead of really trying to punish them too hard, because you never know what they might have. Like this guy, for example, he has barbarians. I did not know he had barbarians, man. But when we go for a Hawk here, he doesn't really have like the best ways of killing this. He might just go for Barbs, yeah, so we can just fight right here. He's probably gonna, yeah, just goes for Vines, but we did force evil Barbs out and also that, so that works out. We can go for a Cannon here, go for some I kind of want Skeletons, but I don't think I need to Skeletons, because that's gonna, yeah, that's gonna pop and just go for a Barbell here. Maybe I could just gotten away with Skeletons, but it's all good. He does go for the Dark Golem there. I'm probably just gonna maybe try like, oh, all right, goes for that. We can just Skeletons here. Then honestly, I'm gonna, ooh, that was kind of. That's kind of good by him. Alright, fair enough. I'm gonna go for an E-Spear here. E-Spear there can't fully counter the Dargon, but he went for the Barbell, or for the Skelly Barrel as well, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But those were good vines on the Skeletons by him. Gotta give him that. I go for a Mighty here. And then we do have our Evo Cannon up, so wait, I'm gonna go for this. Gonna go for like Evo Cannon here, kill the Dargob, and also like, kinda push away the Barbarians, so our Hawk, gets to the tower. We do get one hit. Alright, so looking decent here. Let's see. I can go for like an E-Spirit Barbell here. He is gonna go for all of that, but I can just go for, again, just canning the Skeleton Bear. So it's like the best way of killing it, because if it gets to the tower, I think it does like 600 damage or something. It's like way too much, man. But yeah, here again, just having the Firecracker surviving, it's gonna provide like some excellent value here. Hawk might even get a hit. Alright, Firecracker almost does, man. I kind of hate how they changed the Dark Golem to like two-shot the Firecracker. It's not like, I don't know, man. Oh, that was interesting. I just go for like a Hawk here. Again, this guy doesn't really have a building. All right, those are good wall breakers. I'll give him that. But yeah, it doesn't really have like a building or something to deal with. So it's really just a little bit easier to get the firecrackers at the bridge. Just apply a lot of pressure. But as I was saying, they changed the Dark Golem. I think it was like a month or two ago, to where it like two shots the firecracker instead of taking three shots. Which I don't really like that change. It just makes it a little bit more annoying against these bait decks. But I mean, usually you're still fine. So it's nothing. It's not a big deal. But here I can just go for a Hog. I have my Evo Cannon. He's gonna go for Dargon, so he's probably just gonna barb some top. I guess we're pretty high barbs. Honestly, I'm not really gonna. I might Evo Cannon now though, because it's gonna kill the Prince, it's gonna kill the Dargon, and it's gonna tank for the Skelly Barrel. So that was just, I don't know, man. I kind of like the interaction. Nice Earthquake there for the, just knowing that he would have to play like something at least. Like no matter what he played, the Earthquake would have gotten value on it. So I don't really mind. I'm gonna wait a little bit here. Yeah, just seeing if he goes for Divines, which he did. I can just Hawk here. And also I'm gonna ignore the Wall Breakers. Just go for like an Earthquake. I mean, the Wall Breakers aren't really gonna do that much. Hog gets on tower. Was it like 2 hits, and then he still has to defend the Firecracker? Yeah, just goes for that. But, I mean, that's not really gonna work out for him. I can go for like an Earthquake here. He's gonna go for. That was sure. I mean, he has to do something, I guess, if he wants to like come back. But at this point, just we take it. Just a pretty clean game against bait, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Alright, here in the next one. Not sure what this guy's playing. Could be Lava Hound. Could be I don't know, and there's a lot of players I don't really recognize on that, which it kind of adds like a fun aspect. You know, not really. That was an interesting manner. Okay, he does get one hit, but yeah, you know, just like usually I know exactly what my opponents are playing, but you know, not here. But minor Valk, I mean, it still could be Lava Hound. So yeah, actually, I think it is. I'm gonna go for pop here, go for a Hog, and then just like a Fire because I have to kill the guard somehow, right? So, you know, Firecracker is providing some value. He's probably going to get King Tar. He has NATO as well, but he kind of messed that up. Alright, so that's going to be good. I'm going to go for E-Spirit here. I could like Barbell, but what I'm doing here is just cycling to another Hawk, utilizing my 3-card cycle just to apply more pressure because his cycle is kind of weird. He has to go for a Minor there. I'm going to go for a Firecracker because I know that in this matchup, the only like really real chance I have of getting damage is in single Elixir. So the fact that we just got his tower down to 2000 is going to help a lot because this guy's playing, I think it's a balloon deck. So, you know, we don't really have that many great balloon counters. We do have the Firecracker in the can, but I mean, he has mine, probably like Zap or even Vines for that matter. So it's really just important to get like as much damage as you can in single. He goes for X either opposite. I usually just like to cycle a Mighty back, no matter what the matchup is. It usually just like provides some value. And here I'm gonna go for a can a little bit offset because it's gonna make sure that it pulls the balloon if he does go for the opposite lane. Here I'm gonna E-Spirit. Yeah, he just goes for guards, but that's cool. I can just Barbell here. It's gonna basically take care of them. That actually still kind of stays alive, which a little bit unfortunate. We still have the can there. He does go for the Valk actually. Alright. So I guess I'm just gonna go for Hawk. I know that he's probably gonna cannon, yeah, because he wants to. Does he even have the Evo? But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I can go for like some scouts here. If you see the cannon still alive, I can go for I think I'm just gonna cannon here. I could have tried to, yeah, I could have tried to like activate King Tower, but I had a feeling he would like zap. I thought he had a zap. I wasn't really sure if he had vines at that point, but just knowing that he's probably not gonna let me activate King Tower, right? And I think it wouldn't even have like activated it because the usually Balloon needs to be like tanked for by at least something, you know, in order to activate. I'm not gonna Firecracker the bridge here because yeah, he tries to predict me, you know. Not gonna be not gonna give him the value. He does go for the nade. Oh wait, maybe Mighty here block. But yeah, you see Derek, I kinda like hesitated on or like I just didn't go for the what's it called? Firecracker the bridge. You don't always have to go for it. It's just like a nice little like surprise play, but like, you know, up here, you know, people usually like they know what you're up to, so it doesn't really work that well for like most of the time. Usually it's like better to utilize the firecracker more of like as a threat instead of like actually going for it. Just like the fact that you might go for it, which is gonna make them like overspend usually. But here that was actually a little bit unfortunate. I don't really like that interaction, but I can just go for like an E-Spirit, go for this, go for like a nice little can here. Hopefully, you know, we do take decent care of that. That was a little bit scary. The evil or like the normal actually kind of lined up on the can and the firecracker, so that was not really good. I can go for a firecracker here. Go for honestly, maybe like an E-Spirit, go for some Skellies here, go for like a cannon, just like pulling it high. He might go for like Vines, but he has like fire. Oh, he goes for Vines. Yeah, he was gonna have to either Vines the Firecracker or the cannon to like retarget it, but he decided to go for the tower, which I'm not sure why, but we do get a hawk hit. Honestly, that's pretty good. Like at this point, you saw how we got like so much early damage, which really allowed us to just defend, and not really have to worry about, you know, going. He messes up the Valkyrie, I can just Firecracker here, go for like an Earthquake. Yeah, he nados, gives up. Is this enough? This is enough. Alright, I'll see you boys in the next one. I heard the next one against Zodiac. He's probably playing either Golem Pump or just like a different Golem deck. Golem's pretty popular. This alright, just gets for Baby Dragon first play. That's cool. But yeah, Golem's pretty popular this season. So you know, hopefully I can give you guys a nice little insight on how to play this matchup because it's a really important matchup that you kind of really need to learn how to beat in order, you know, to have success this season. But he just go for the Witch, not like the best Witch. I don't know. This guy like always plays really aggressive, not like aggressive, but just like he's not like patient, you know. Which the back end really like what what alright, he's gonna go for that. I think he's gonna go for like a barbell here, and then honestly, yeah, I think I'm just gonna can here. I could have like Firecracker, but I mean think about it, right? I go for a Firecracker, he probably just like activates King Tar, so not really the biggest fan of that. He's probably gonna get some like skeleton damage here, which honestly it's fine. Get like a decent E-Spirit. He's gonna get like some damage. Actually, I have no level 17 Witch. That's a new one, but yeah, it really doesn't matter. You know, we're still gonna win this one. So the key in this matchup is really just to he goes for a pump. That's interesting. Yeah, the key to winning this matchup is really just have like a good single, which we're not like not looking that good first, but they can't really do that much about the firecracker if you think about it. He's gonna go for Witcher. Does that still kill it? Alright, it does. But yeah, they can't really do that much about the firecrackers. Sure, they have like vines, right? But one vines isn't gonna, be sufficient enough for multiple firecrackers that we're about to get on the board. We can go for like an E-Spirit here, go for a Barbell, go for just a Mighty, just to kill the witch. I don't know, he's doing these like weird pushes. They're kind of bad, but it's like so random to the point where they work. So I know that he has like barbs, so no point really going for a hog. Just gonna let the mighty do its thing. He does go for that. I'm gonna pop here now. Just damaging all of them. Why not? And then at this point, honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna go for a hog here because he probably has to go for like a defensive bomb or something. Yeah, so we can just earthquake. I like against better players, they're usually gonna go for these like defensive bombs. Trying to predict your firecracker. So by the time if you play the firecracker, it basically gets like zero value. But yeah, let's see. He goes for a witch there. I'm gonna go for a hog the bridge now. It's just gonna like wait a little bit. Again, don't want a firecracker like yet. Just want to like more utilize it as just like a threat. I'm gonna firecracker now for the one skeleton. Call me crazy, but it's gonna get some decent value. Pop here. That was kind of awkward. Firecracker live maybe please. That'd be kind of. It is alive still. I mean, all right, sure. A little bit of a late bar barrel for me on the witch, but honestly, it doesn't matter. He does go for the vines here. I can just go for like an evil can, just really taking care of this. Go for like a barbell. Just hopefully the healer doesn't like heal that up too much. All right, that was honestly amazing. Yeah, just go for some skeletons here. Then that might like retarget on the fire. No, it gets like kind of all the way through. But I mean, at this point, right? He can't really golem. If he go. Oh. I mean, that was a horrendous golem. All right, I mean, he can golem if he wants to lose, but like, sure, sure. I'm gonna go for like a firecracker here, and I'm gonna barbell pop here, just kill the witch, and then I can just bring this golem like to the other side. He does go for the vines here, but I mean, that's not really gonna do that much. The baby dragon's still somehow alive. That's fine. Just go for like a barbell here. And then at this point, make go for like an E-Spear, just make sure the baby dragon doesn't get in the healing radius. Again, he golem, but that just didn't really get him any value. So it was kind of horrendous goal. He goes for another golem. Alright, that's cool. I can just earthquake here because it's gonna like make it just like stay back a little bit more to the point where the firecracker is gonna just like get in some insane value on it. He might try to go for like some vines. He does, but like at this point we have the evil firecracker for his defense for this defense, so it's not really gonna do that much. So at this point, you can see that I'm not really going for hog eyes. I'm just like utilizing or just like defending more instead of like going in. It's because if I go in, he gets like a nice little counter push. It could be like a little bit tricky to defend. He does get a nice little block there, but I think if maybe I can bring this firecracker back to the defense, that would be cool. But it's not really looking like it. Maybe go for just this. Go for some of these. Go for like a cannon. Skeletons here. All right, he goes for vines on that. That was sure. I can just go for like an evil cannon. Go for maybe like a barber. Hopefully those healers don't do too much. I'm gonna earthquake here. Just that side's looking a little bit scary. E-Spirit or cannon just to kind of like tank that with barbell here, skeletons. But this is what I mean. It can get like a little bit tricky, so that's why it's really important to like prioritize defense. But yeah, at this point he vined. I can just go for like a firecracker here. He's gonna go for that. I can just go for this earthquake. Go for like a mighty, just protect the firecracker. Go for a nice little bar barrel. And at this point, we got the early damage. We were like, really just able to defend, all the way up to this point. And yeah, we do take the W. I'll see you boys in the next one. Alright, here in the next one against Serbaki. I think this guy usually plays Mega Knight. I'm not really sure if he's playing Mega Knight this season. So I guess we'll just have to see. Go for some skeletons. Alright, goes for a miner. That was a little bit dumb. I could have maybe popped the might ability there, knocking the miner towards the king tower. But at this point, the skeleton was there, so I wasn't really like sure if I wanted to do that. But it's either or it has a mini pack. I'm still not sure if it's Mega Knight or if it's just like a different just like a random miner deck. Not really sure. I can go for a fight right here. I kind of want to save it, not really like using it on offense, just because. All right, he goes for. That was kind of bad. Just go for like a hawk here, and then if I go for like this, it's gonna kill or like take out the wall breakers, take out the mini pack, and we're gonna get some like very good damage. But I didn't really wanna use my firecracker. Just and he gives Alright, but I really knew that he was trying to make me pop the Mighty Miner ability, so he would, be able to defend the other side, like minions, who I wasn't really sure what he had. But just knowing that, I saved my Firecracker, which allowed me to, force out a lot more elixir, and he kind of went, like, a little bit too aggressive, so it just ended up working, but I'll see you boys in the next one. Oh, here in the next one against Overt, I'm pretty sure this guy plays Splash Art usually, or like the new Splash Art deck, just with like Witch, Golem Hut. It's not really like a good matchup, but it's not like the worst one, right? They have to still play like somewhat decently if they want to win. Even though Evil Witch and like just Graveyard Vines, man, that is kind of annoying. But wait, he has Baby Dragon. So it could be maybe he's playing like normal Splash Art actually. Oh wait, maybe. Not really sure though. Thought it was just like the meta one, but I guess not. We can just go for like a Hawk here. Just get some 3 cards. Like, oh, never mind. It's E Giant. All right, that's cool. Don't really mind. E Giant's not really like the worst matchup. It's a little bit harder now, or like quite a bit harder now when they have the Evo Baby Giant because, bro, it just makes the E Giant, bro. It's like Usain Bolt, man. I don't like defending that. But again, in this match, I was usually like utilizing 5 carries. Here I can go for a Mighty the back, just knowing that he doesn't really have like the best answers. You can go for like a Knee Giant into it, yeah, exactly what he does. Or it was either that or he could like cycle the cage, but at that point, it wouldn't really have worked. I could like Earthquake it, taking care of that, applied some pressure, which I'm still gonna do, right? Here I'm gonna pop, apply just enough pressure to where if you can't really afford a Lightning on my Firecracker in the can, because I'm obviously gonna can here, can't really let the Firecracker just deal with that on her own. But yeah, he defends basically like flawlessly, but I mean, so do we, so yeah, it's just really important that you don't like lose in single, which a lot of people do. If they go for like E Giant the back, it can be like quite tricky to defend. They have to Mighty. All right, I actually got it down. That was kind of clutch. But yeah, whenever they're like E Giant the back, you have to apply like a certain amount of pressure because if you just like fall back on defense, they're gonna be able to get a lightning down your cannon, maybe even like hitting the firecracker as well. And in single, you're not really gonna be able to cycle back to an Arcana. So it's really important that you utilize that. I'm hearing an Earthquake with this side because I really want the Goblin Brawl to kind of like get in front. I don't want to deal with it behind the E-Giant if I can just, kill it here early. Gonna go for this here. It's kind of like spreading this thing out. And then maybe alright, he does go for that, so he's probably gonna, yeah, does go for the lightning. I'm just go for like a fire right here. And that's actually kind of speedy. Can here, hopefully the tower isn't like in range of it. Nice. And, that shouldn't be like any damage, maybe like 1 tick. Yeah, alright, that's fine. I mean, at this point we're going opposite lane, which you really want to be going opposite lane. If you go same lane, you're just gonna get stuck with them lightning cycling you, so it's not really gonna work. I went for Barbo there instead of an Earthquake because I had a feeling that he would just play it high, not really giving me any Earthquake value for that matter. And my gut was right. So here we can just go for a Hog. He's not really back to the cage nor the NATO, just defending on the left lightly with the Barber. Hog does not get a hit, unfortunately, which would have helped the matter a lot here, but it's all good. Let's go for the E-Giant. Alright, at this point, I'm just gonna cycle a Fire into it. He might go for like a Barbell on the right, or wait, does he even have the Barbell in cycle? I wasn't really like paying attention. But yeah, maybe just go for like a Hawk here, just apply like a little bit of pressure. E-Spirit there as well. He does just get that down. I guess that's fine. Maybe go for like a Barbell here. He's gonna like still kill the Fire, but I mean that's fine. It's fine. Maybe just go for like a Can. He's probably gonna just goes for a Lightning on that. That was a little bit aggressive, but I mean sure. Sure, just go for like an E-Spirit, and then I don't really think I need to go for like anything else. Yeah, just Barbell here, make sure it doesn't get like any damage on the right side. And then at this point, I'm just gonna Earthquake. I don't really care. I want to get some damage, If he nados, he nados. That's fine with me. And yeah, I'm actually gonna cycle a Mighty into the E-Giant. It's like a bit of a weird play, but I mean, I can get a bomb on it, right? So it's gonna get like some damage. Regardless, so I mean, I would say that's pretty much value. Go for like an E-Spear here, apply a little bit of pressure while defending that. I'm honestly gonna go for a Can High because it's just gonna make it so you can't really hit it with a tower. It does go for that. Alright, I can Barbell here, go for like an E-Spirit. Then honestly, wait, he goes for that. That was not really the best NATO. I can just go for like a Mighty here. Now he's still up in damage, right? By like a decent margin, but I mean that's all gonna change. I have my 2 Fire carries down. Oh, he goes for Lightning actually. Wait, hold up. All right, Earthquake here. He goes for the cage. Please pull in the. What did he even pull in? What was it? Just like kind of like Well, I have no clue what happened there. But Earthquake here. We do have the Hog there. Hopefully it does get a hit. It would help a lot. All right, it does actually. Nice, nice, nice. And I mean at this point, yeah, he's probably just gonna try like Lightning Cycle us, which not the biggest fan of. So we have like apply a lot of pressure here. Wait, he's gonna get like one more Lightning down. So we need like a lot of Hogs here. Go for this. Go for another Hog, and then he has like NATO or please get down. Fuck my life. Iron next one against Orion. I'm gonna be honest, I have no no clue what he's playing. He has the normal tower. It might be the it might be the Hoggies deck. Yeah, alright. So he's playing the new Hoggies Evil Baby Dragon deck, which I mean I'm not really sure how this matchup is. Haven't played like that much. But we can get the King Tower here, so that's gonna help a lot. Obviously, go for like an E Spear here, then might just Firecrack because I really don't want to get that. I don't want that to get too much damage. He's gonna get a King Tower like anyways at one point in the game. So yeah, it's really good that we got it as well because it's really a lot easier for them to activate the King Tower than for Oh, all right. Actually, just gonna go for that. That's cool. Wasn't really expecting that, but it's a lot easier for them to activate King Tower because I have the Firecracker. It's like a lot easier to activate all the Firecracker and then off from like the E Spirit because you can like play E Spirits and like away to where they aren't really gonna go for the tower. You can like play it on defense, but for Firecracker you play it on defense, it's still gonna provide some counter push value and just makes it insanely easy to activate King Tower. But yeah, the one like kind of bad thing in this matchup is the just the evil baby dragon with hoggies, man. It's just so speedy. It's really just so speedy, man. I don't like it. I really don't like it. But pop here should be on the. That was very aggressive. What? What? I'm gonna. Alright, just barbell here. And then, I mean, at this point, I need to go for like a hog e-spirit here. How does he defend this? Has to go for it. Those were not the greatest skeletons. Alright, Mighty might live. Alright, I'm just gonna pop here. Never mind, he gets a logger. Bro, if I pop there, or like if the ability got down, that could have been pretty good for us. But I mean, it's not the worst scenario here. He did get some damage, but so do we. He kind of got away with that a little bit better than he should have. But it's all good. It's all good. So the one thing in this matchup is though that they can't really apply that much pressure. It's not like the same as if he had like earthquake or something because he can't really like utilize it that well. It just goes for that. Alright, fair enough. Go for like maybe some skeletons. But it's a lot harder to get Hoggy's lightning down than a hog earthquake. So that's like the one thing we have going for us. I'm gonna barbell here. Let's go for a lightning. Alright, that was interesting. Go for this. Then he's probably he's not really able to push this. Does he just count low? He does count low. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Go for a firecracker. Go for some. Alright, just gonna go for that. That's fine. Yep, yep, yep. He does go for the lock. It's not really gonna do that much, I don't think. Yeah, it just kind of all dies to the evo. Can I get a hawk here? Just get an earthquake down here. She's probably gonna like try to play it high up. Exactly. Like you really have to like learn in what scenarios people are gonna be going for cannons here, anti-earthquake, or just like trying to predict the fact that you're gonna go for an earthquake, like offset and go for the cannon. Like there, I knew that he or like there was a firecracker down, right? So there was no point for him to go for the cannon low because you just kind of like get cooked by the firecracker. So I was like, all right, he's gonna think I'm gonna earthquake low, right? But I don't know, man. It's like counter predictions, like mind games. But yeah, I'm gonna go for Hawk here, Earthquake, because he can't really play the cannon high because of the. Oh, he missed. He couldn't really play the cannon high because the previous cannon was blocking it. So that's also one thing. That kind of lives the R. He has to go for a lock. I'm gonna go for barbell here, predict the baby. Oh, never mind. He's gonna give up. All right. I guess a good way to end it. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace.